Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to B2J
The Podcast, all things entertainment.
And we're brought to you from Stockton, California, home of Nate Diaz, who's not a bitch.
Nope. Yeah, that's how you start off the
Nate Diaz was in Las Vegas today, and he had a little pressy conference. And
thing to say.
He had a few things to say. And then Conor McGregor tried to chime in from Iceland, where he's training for God knows what at this God knows at this point. He's not retired, but we'll get into that later. Nate Diaz then went on to say that Conor McGregor, I whooped your ass, pretty much is what he said at the press conference
Stone Cold on
when Conor McGregor decided to chime in. Like I said, we'll get to greater details about that in the future of this little 45-minute period. Speaking of periods, isn't that what they call
hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's three periods, yeah.
3 periods in hockey. They bleed 3 times.
No, a lot more.
So this guy, how was your 420, sir?
Oh, it was fucking amazing.
Tell the world what you did on your 420.
Oh, well, I woke up bowled like shit and then got the hell out of town and went to San Jose and saw the Sharks beat the Kings.
You got into the Shark Tank, where the Sharks usually don't play well this season anyway.
Yeah, they got this thing called road ice advantage, and then they don't do very well at home. See, they knew I was in town, so they had to step up their game a little bit.
Yeah, they knew that you came down to San Jose to the HP Pavilion, and you said...
To the 408.
And you said, listen, you guys, the Shark
Tank... It's not the HP Pavilion no more. It's the SAP Center at San Jose. Yeah, I think some Asians bought it.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it happens.
Way to alienate a race, sir.
No, I'm not alienating anybody.
No, hey, Asians, they own everything at this point, right? So
yeah, either them or... let's just not go there. Yeah,
but
so
anyways,
Sharks are up 3-1.
So what else did you do, dude? You went, 420. It's a big holiday, so you went up to the Shark Tank. Tell them how you got to the Shark. It was just a series of fortunate events.
Oh yeah, yeah. My parents had just got back from out of town, and they weren't really up to going on the trip, so I got lucky. A couple bowling buddies, Ben and Patty, took me, and we went over the Altamont, and the car was getting pretty hot, and so we stopped in Fremont and had our little pause for cause there, and then headed on back up. Kept going to San Jose. We got there, and then bought
the SAP Center.
Yep, and bought tickets at the will call. $70.
Just showed up, didn't have tickets, just showed up hoping that there was tickets.
Got parking for free, like 2-3 blocks from the fucking stadium.
Which is crazy in itself.
Yeah, and we had a blast.
That's what's up, dude.
Sharks won 3-2 and got autographs after, and that's how you do it.
That's what's up, bro. It's just crazy how that happened. My 420 sucked ass, but I'm glad that you had a legit time, bro, and the fact that you got into that SAP Center and got to see your Sharks win, knowing how much hockey is your favorite sport, that is just...
It was legit.
Dude, just to take that leap of faith and for everything, all the stars to align for you to get there, I mean, dude, that's just...
And get lucky enough, yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's just phenomenal, bro. That's awesome. We do have some sad news. Let's get that out of the way. This is a three-part. They say it happens in threes, but check this out. In the last week, we lost the late Doris Roberts. She was 90 years old. Huge bucket of wind. She was the mom from Everybody Loves Raymond, and she was the grandma in Grandma's Boy. She was also in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She was 90 years old. Rest in peace, Doris Roberts. You are probably, well, I'm not even, you are my favorite, you were my favorite TV mom and or grandma. As far as I'm concerned, she's
Great
awesome.
actress.
She's great actress, and always knew how to make you laugh. She was making people laugh up until her last TMZ little thing where she was like telling the TMZ reporter that you should definitely go watch a movie. So she was definitely like promoting her cause in life, the silver screen, as they say, and doing that whole thing. Next on the list of people that are going to be missed is Joanie Laurer, a.k.a. China from the WWE. That hits me and you right in the feels. I know it does me. I saw when she came in as the third faction in the DX. She came in and she was Triple H's love interest. I don't know if that was a real life love interest thing or just a.
It's very sad that he's with Steph down. There's a chance she may never get to the Hall of Fame.
She was 45 years old. She 1970 to 2016
was the first ever female Intercontinental Champion, I believe.
It was an accidental overdose, from what I understand. She was found dead at her home in California, and they said that she might have been dead for at least a day, maybe even two.
Oh man, that really sucks.
So she was just, that's just extremely sad. R.I.P. China, rest in peace. And that's probably who we're going to be dedicating this podcast to. We always like to dedicate the podcast to a fallen hero of ours, if on such occasion it happens. And on this occasion, we'd probably dedicate it to.
You can give it all three of them.
Well, the
Doris
third person,
Roberts, Joanie Laurer, and
the artist formerly known as
Prince.
He died at 57. Supposedly died from a flu, maybe. The verdict isn't out on him and how he passed away, but he was only 57. So we got 45, 57, and Doris Roberts.
90.
She lived a life.
Yeah. Of the three, at least she.
Prince was born in 1958, and unfortunately, his last year on this earth was this year, 2016.
And in his memory, tonight, I guess we have to party like it's 1999, right?
Tonight we are going to party like it's 1999. That's why we're trying. That might be why, when we run out of things to say, we might have to call this one short, because my lady is throwing on a shindig tonight, and we're going to be partying like it's 1999. Not in honor of Prince, but in honor of all three of them. I'm going to live it up, light it up.
Majorly in honor of Prince, because I'm a Rams fan, too. So,
Purple Rain? He's from Minnesota.
But then again, 1999 is the season the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Oh, so you were partying in 1999.
Very much so.
That's what's up. So you're going to party like it was the Super Bowl in 1999.
And I was lucky enough to get to see the Rams' last game as St. Louis Rams. So that was cool, too.
So we started this podcast at the top talking about Conor McGregor. So earlier this week, we talked about on Tuesday how we were just so happened.
While we were podcasting,
we found out that it might have been true that Conor McGregor retired. Now, fast forward to now, he did retire, but then retracted his statement and said that he had to, because if he hadn't, the USADA would have USADA would have pulled him from fighting, and it would have taken up to 4 months for him to get his license again. They would have pulled his USADA would have pulled his license. So if he didn't say that, if he didn't come out of retirement and clear the air on his retirement, he would have not been able to fight for at least 4 months.
He just pulled the Brett Favre, is all I heard. But, oh well.
His words were, "I have become lost in the game of promotion and forgot about the art of fighting."
Yeah, well.
He says, "For USADA and for the UFC and my contract stipulations, I am not retired." That's Conor McGregor in a very long, well thought out statement that he posted, I guess, on Facebook. That's what he said.
Wasn't his original post on Twitter?
It was originally on Facebook because it was, like I said, it was long, and you only get so many characters on Twitter. So
Yeah.
he couldn't put
You
it all
gotta
out
be
on Twitter.
brief.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So, with that being said, the UFC, I guess, trying to have the C not stand for Conor anymore, said, listen, dude, I don't care if you don't want to come out and promote your fight. I don't care what it is that your excuse is. You're not promoting the fight, so you're not fighting at UFC 200. They pulled him. Nate Diaz, right now, as it stands, does not have an opponent, and Nate said that if it's not Conor McGregor, he's going on vacation. Now Conor, what I think should happen is that Conor should be shelved and fight the winner of
Shouldn't he be
Aldo
and Edgar? Yeah, Frankie Edgar should already got his
Aldo
title
and
shot. I know what you're
Edgar,
talking
they're fighting for the interim belt.
about. Silly shit.
So the winner of that should be the guy who goes and fights Conor McGregor
for the title. No, and there shouldn't be no interim title, stupid shit either. But I understand the hype and the reasoning behind the original.
Well, Conor
McGregor fight. But
so I don't really understand that, but it would have sold tickets, that's for sure, and not wolf
sure
tickets, Nick.
yeah, even though it had nothing to do with the title, people fighting out of their weight class, and it's fun. It was fun. I really didn't think Nate was going to win, but when I first saw him make Conor's knees buckle, it was fucking awesome.
Originally, I guess I could say that I didn't full on think
Nate
that
was going to win.
Nate was going to win, but
I knew he had a chance, but
I picked him to win, so
I knew he had a chance.
So there's that.
It's just Conor's arms. And
so the UFC
hype.
Let's move on. They called off the Nate Diaz Conor McGregor fight. Nate Diaz showed up today, talked shit on Conor McGregor naturally, as he should. And the UFC is deciding 100% unequivocally they are benching that fight. That is not going to happen. And from what Dana White said, the winner of the Aldo Edgar fight will get the
belt.
Would get the interim belt and then move on to fight
Conor
for the title. And they're saying that would happen sooner rather than later. Like, that would happen maybe one or two pay-per-views after the Aldo McGregor fight, the Aldo Edgar fight, depending on how hurt the other person, how hurt the winner is.
Excuse me, folks.
Bless you.
But yeah, thank you. That's all right. But that totally needs to happen.
UFC 199 got two more fights. Max Holloway versus Ricardo Lamas. Max Holloway is 15-3. Ricardo Lamas is 16-4. And Dan Henderson, whose opponent backed out, Lyoto Machida, is now set to fight Hector Lombard since, remember, Hector Lombard
let's go
got
Holloway.
his ass beat.
Let's go Holloway and not Lombard.
Since Hector Lombard got scared up to